Hello and welcome to this week's video where I'm talking about a film I came across which contained important lessons for finding success in the executive job market. The film The Company Men, starring Ben Affleck, Chris Cooper, Kevin Costner and Tommy Lee Jones, is set in September 2008 and tells the story of a global and publicly owned corporation hit hard by the onset of the financial crisis, both in terms of its stock price and the future prospects of its employees. It's a story of corporate greed, the fragility of friendship, and on a more welcome note, the power of human compassion in the face of adversity. Made redundant as a brutal cost-cutting exercise, the film's main character, Bobby Walker, is one day secure in his home, family and future, only to have all threatened by the time-ticking pressure he faces to find a new executive position. Shipped off to outplacement, he finds little in the way of helpful advice, which includes, send your CV or resume out to as many people as you can think of and apply for every available position online. I will win. Why? Because I have faith, courage and enthusiasm is the mantra taught to him by the outplacement company. But if you've ever been in this situation, you'll know that positive thinking only gets you so far. So what are the main lessons from the film? Well, there are many, but I've digested these down into 5 key takeaways. First off, executive job search doesn't happen overnight, and having unrealistic expectations about the time it will take you to find and secure a new position can have a detrimental effect on the activity you'll need to take over an extended period of time. Depending on your level and industry sector, it's more likely to feel like a long-haul flight than a trip into the city. The question is, are you prepared for the journey? This means knowing where you're going and then having a plan in place to get there. In the film, Bobby has unrealistic expectations and no strategy or plan. Pretty quickly, these combine to have a detrimental impact on his ability to take consistent action. Next, you have to know what you want and be able to communicate where you're headed. Reacting to what you see advertised on executive job boards or promoted by executive search firms gives you only a glimpse of the opportunities that actually exist. Having a clearly defined destination, which is the opportunity you really want, informs where you place your effort and the message you'll need to deliver to gain the attention of decision makers. This is the proactive control that many executive job seekers miss, but is the less trodden path to uncover a multitude of high probability opportunities that others never see in a place I call the hidden market. In the film, Bobby takes the advice of the outplacement company and follows the crowd to do what everyone else is doing, which can never be standing out. He reacts to what's out there instead of proactively going after what he really wants, which with a different strategy he could uncover. Thirdly, beliefs are everything in the executive job market, and they will either help you or hurt you. Positive thinking is like a house built on sand. In a storm, you'll stay grounded for only so long before everything comes crashing down. Beliefs, on the other hand, are rock solid and can stand a bashing by the elements and the inevitable rejection the executive job market always delivers. What you believe influences your thoughts and the actions you're prepared to take. In the film, Bobby's colleague Phil Woodward believes he's been with his existing company too long and is too old to find a new position. Because this is what he believes, it clouds his thinking and stops him from taking action. It ultimately results in one of the saddest and upsetting parts of the film. Next, executive job search can feel like a lonely pursuit on 2 counts. You tend to do it alone, and what does or doesn't happen to you happens to you personally and not to the organization you work for. There will be other people in a similar situation, and while it's tempting to follow the crowd, this can never be standing out, and as such is a low probability strategy. Focus is key, and ensuring you follow your strategy and not the strategy of others is what will ultimately lead to your success. In the film, Bobby finds comfort with his outplacement colleagues, and while their support helps him through a difficult time, it also distracts him from what he should be doing. What's more, because he doesn't have a strategy and a plan for success, he has nothing to communicate with his family. This puts a tremendous strain on his marriage and the relationship with his children. Finally, preparation is everything. Failing to prepare is a one-way ticket to poor performance. The interview environment is one example of where a lack of preparation will always show up. In the interview, either you or the interviewer is in control of what happens and whether things progress to the next stage or result in an offer. In the film, Bobby has a number of interviews, and for each of them, he is completely unprepared. This shows and is painful to watch. Having gotten in front of an employer, he misses his golden opportunity to take control of the situation, to shine and to be the one who gets hired. There are a whole host of other lessons in the film, and it's an insightful, if not sometimes depressing watch. The points I've outlined scratch the surface really of what it takes to find success in the executive job market. Finding and securing the executive opportunity you really want ahead of your competition boils down to having a system for success. This is a system you design, you control, and one that will ultimately lead to your success. I hope you found this video useful, and if you'd like to find out more about Career Codex, please visit careercodex.com, where you can sign up for the weekly newsletter. If you'd like to get in touch with me directly, you can do this via the website or through LinkedIn. My username is Simon Gray ACA, that's Gray with an A. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.